Hey guys, it's Friday, June the 8th, Fern Creek, Kentucky. We started this little rebuilding the deck project Wednesday. I believe it was the 6th. But it's been a job in itself just doing the demolition work on this thing. A lot of those screws that I were using were rounding off and I couldn't actually get them out, so I had to use my Bostitch demolition bar to kind of rip them out. So after I did that, I figured, well, see, back in the day, I built this thing. Mom says it's 23 years old, something like that. So it's withheld 23 years the way she had been. And everything, I'm going to get a shot for you. I actually mortised all my 6x6 posts here, and my band boards are actually sitting inside my posts. I added 6 more of these joists, and we took them all the way out to the band board and all the way back up to this band board, and we put 3.5-inch screws in each side of this. We attached these joists to the existing joists that are structurally sound. There's no rot or anything in them, and we attached those with 2.5-inch T25 screws. And then we came back and I bought enough extra joist this time to where we could put this bridging in. And I mean, she is, you know, just totally stout now, and I'm standing on these other 2 giblets here. And what I actually did here, guys, was I had to notch these to get them to stay to have the proper height at my threshold here. But heck, these actually worked out to where I took 2 2x8s and I put them on this step here, mounted them to the concrete step, and then I screwed them down to it, and then I took 2.5-inch screws and I screwed it down to these plates here. So basically this is like its own little band board now. So it's rocking, dude. This thing ain't going nowhere. Used to have a little bit of leeway in it, you know, before I did all this, but I think we're really structurally sound now. Not that we weren't to start with, but we're totally structurally sound now. So like I said, we've added a joist here, 1 2 3 4 5 6. We've got 6 in all, and we've got 2 sets of bridging 4 feet apart. So we've got 4 feet off this band board and approximately 41 inches off this one. And man, she's just stout as she can be. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and get started on ripping my decking. But just wanted to show you how I actually did my band boards here. I've actually notched into this to where the band board actually sits inside the 6x6. So this thing is not going anywhere. I did that all the way around. I don't know if you can see through the maters there, they're growing good. But and I got 3-inch screws in it now, and see, here's a better shot. See, it's actually sitting inside that. See, both of these band boards are. So, all right, guys, I just took it up a level or 2 doing that. So, but anyway, let me get the cutting here, and we'll get back with you here in a little bit. Like I said, I got Romero coming by today after work. What a wonderful guy. What a great, one of the hardest workers I've ever met in my life. So we should be able to put a good dent in it. He'll probably get here around 5 or so and be able to work to about, like I said, I shut everything down about 8:45, you know, just not to disturb my neighbors. But let me get after it, and we'll holler at y'all in a bit. Okay, guys, we got our old Stanley out here, and we're going to do our first measurement here. And it looks like we've got 169 and a quarter. 169 and a quarter. You know, this ain't got to be rocket science right here, guys. I'm going to have another rail board right here, so as long as I get pretty close, we'll be good. So it looks like 69 and a quarter. Okay, 69 and 1/4. And then we're going to have to make like a slight little cut in it to fit in here, and then we should be able to take off running for a minute till we get down to these posts. All right, 169. Okay, y'all, we've got our first solid run here. We've already cut our threshold board, got it mounted, and now we're going to run our first run here. This is going to require another little cut too. Once we get these 2 cut, then we should be able to run maybe about 8, 9, 10 boards before we get over here and have to make another initial cut. But what I'm going to do here is I take my framing square and I lay it up against my 6x6, just like so. Just like so, lay it down. And what I'll do is I'll transpose this onto my lumber right here, okay? Don't worry about that line if it's too big or whatever. Romero will cover it up with the stain. So But anyway, so what we're going to do here is we know how tight we are here. Okay, it looks like it's riding pretty good. But what we want is this little notch here. So, and that's looking like it's looks like it's a 1/2 inch. I think Romero was right. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll scribe this 1/2 inch and we'll lop this piece out here. Okay, so let's get our 1/2 inch. Well, actually, I'll just do it like this. I'll get my 1/2 inch when I'm down there. Make it look nice while I'm down on the other side. So, like I said, I might have like a small gap because this thing ain't exactly square. But Romero swears up and down he's got some kind of caulk that him and Jaime use that you'll never be able to see any of this. Because, like I said, I'm not going to lie to y'all. It was late in the day when I cut this first one. I wanted to get done. We should have just said heck with it. You know, let's just pack it up. But I wanted to get this first piece down. But it's sort of waving at you just a hair. I mean, this is a deck, so I'm not really concerned about it. But he swears up and down. He said, Fritz, I get some of that stuff, and he said he could fill that in. And once he puts that stain down on it, he said it looked beautiful. Looked beautiful. Okay, well, let me get down there and do my other one. Okay, y'all, we've got our frame and square set up to our 6x6, and let's go ahead and transpose our marks directly to it. You know, this is actually like a piece of 6x6 sticking out here. So, let me get my line. Okay. And I think we might be a little wider down here, guys. Yeah, looks like it might be 1/2 inch. On a 1/2 inch on the big side. A little bit over 1/2 inch. It's 5/8. Okay. So what I'll do is I'll just write 5/8. Okay, y'all, let's go make our first cut and see how she does. Okay, y'all, we've got our 1/2 inch marked on this one board that was closest to the air conditioning unit, and we've got our 5/8 marked on that one down there, and we'll get to that in a second. But what I've done is I've broke out my quick clamps, my big boys, my 4-footers, and I got out my little speed clamps here. And what I've done is made like a little jig just so I can operate the jigsaw in a somewhat straight fashion. But let's see if this will work, guys. Okay, y'all, I've got my speed square attached in a different manner, and this way we'll go and we'll get our straight cut here. There we go. Not too shabby, guys. Not too shabby. All right, let's see if it fits. Okay, y'all, we've got our first piece, and now we're gonna push her on in, see if she fits. I hope she fits pretty good. Let me hop up in there and might have to do just a little gibleting, little jibs. I don't know, guys. Oh yeah, baby. Now we're talking. Okay, guys, what I'll do is I'll do one side, and then I got a little trick for this too. All right, okay, guys, we've worked our way back down through here, and we've got it's pretty tight, and you know, over time it's going to expand and contract, and you know, it's just what the weather does. But like I said, I want to be in these new joists we got. So let me finish up marking my lines here. Okay, y'all, we've got our second piece on here attached where we had to cut our little giblet out there, and then we had to cut another giblet out here, and then we'll be ready to make full runs. What I did too is I said, you know, I wanted to be in the new joist now, and I'm going to go ahead and draw uniform lines as I go. you know, they're not going to be too dark to where Romero can't, you know, do his thing with applying the stain. It'll cover it right up on his second coat. It'll still have like a sheen to it on the first coat. Second coat, it'll cover it right up. So what I've done here is, I don't know if y'all own a cat's paw or not, but this was one of the biggest tools that I ever used when I was framing houses. So what we're going to do is we're going to drive this puppy in there. We're going to get her in there good and sound. Okay? Now what we've done was actually we've already started our screws here. Okay? And as you can tell, we're pretty tight coming down through here. I like to be tight for the simple fact that over time, from just the sun itself, cold, hot, cold, hot, cold, hot, it's going to shrink and expand, shrink and expand, shrink and expand. But what I'm going to do here is I'm actually going to drill with my left hand here. We've got the cat's paw nailed in there, so what we're going to do is utilize it as a fulcrum, and we're going to bring it forward. Okay. Okay, guys, she's in there pretty tight. We went ahead and just bumped it up to another level and cut some 16-inch, we cut some bridging to go in between here. I forgot what the measurement was. But anyway, I actually cut it to where it's going to be perfectly even with this. So this is going to strengthen this up totally. It's a 16 from here. Then we actually got these plates I put down here that's attached to the concrete steps, and they're attached into the wood itself. And then we got another piece of bridging here. So I think that's it on tightening her up. I'm going to tighten her up when I get over to the steps a little better too, you know, whatever I've got scrap left over. But I'm going to hold off on that for Romero and try to get down as many boards as I can before he gets here. All right, y'all, let me get after it. Ooh, ice cream man. Oh my God, I'm gonna have to go get me a snow cone. Hold on, y'all. What's up, Romero? What's up with my brother? Man. He done broke his shorts out today. What's up, man?
This bed is hot. It's good.
Oh, it's hot.
Man, it started good.
You think so? Were you able to get me in? Hey, y'all. Me and Romero had to stop and get us some cold drinks. We had to come and get us some refreshments. It's hot now. We had to get a couple bags of ice from Mom. So let us get after it, and we'll get back home, and we're gonna get on as many boards as we can, and then Romero gonna come out all day Sunday. So like I said, we're just gonna get what we can get done. So I reckon we'll holler at you in a bit. You on it, Romero? Good?
Yeah.
168 3/4. Pencil. I'll cut it. 168 3/4, brother. Okay. All right, my friend. All right. That's you, brother. Hey, let me show you something that's making it a lot easier. Taking around this way, Romero.
Okay, take one more.
And if we put it in over here, it makes it easier. Just like that. A lot easier. No fighting.
All right. Okay.
Mom brought you some water, Romero. Right there.
Oh yeah.
That's for you, aqua. Ooh, another word, aqua. How do you say Fritz is getting to be an old man? Romero.
Fritz is old man.
How do you say that?
Fritz está como viejo.
That sounds like you called me a Bendeco.
Como viejo.
Oh no. Okay, brother. 166 and 5/8, my brother. Ah, it's a wet one. 166 and 5/8. Romero, perfection. Good?
Push a little bit. Right here.
Okay. Perfection, my friend.
Yeah.
All right, brother. Okay, y'all, me and Romero are down to our final cut. Looks like we got 2 inches here. It's tight, but we'll be able to force it in there. I believe it's...
Too tight?
No, I think it's going to be fine, Romero.
Yes, 2 inches.
You know, I mean, just a hair.
Push it
It's
down.
actually like 1 3/4 or 1 7/8, but
Yeah, need to
I
push
think we
it
can
and
we
put
can
it-
force it. We can
Yeah,
force it.
Force it when they have hammer, you know.
Yes. Okay, guys, we're down to our last little giblet piece, and it's a 2-inch piece. So what I'm going to do here, guys, is I'm going to actually measure 2 inches. Now, back in the day, I'd have probably struck a chalk line or something like that, but if you have a framing square, utilize it. See that 2-inch line right there? There's 2 inches right here on your framing square. See it? So just let your framing square do the work for you. Perfect every time. See? Alright, Romero, let's get the skill saw hooked up, brother.
All right.
I need that drill and some screws too. I'm going to go ahead and mount it to this thing, brother. Yes, sir.
Man, I got only 3 screws.
That's alright. Oh yeah, we got more, baby. Go ahead and give me a screw down there at the end. Sink it enough to where the saw ain't going to hit it. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
Beautiful, my friend, beautiful. Okay. Just little tricks of the trade, guys. That little speed square right there will do 1,000 things. There's actually some good stuff you can look up on YouTube about it. But let me and Romero get after it, and we'll get back. Hey, right. Romero's got me hooked up. He's gonna watch my line as I go down. Here we go. You look, my brother. All right, my friend. All right, brother.
Good, huh?
Yes, good. Very good, very good.
Good shot.
Thank you. Ain't the best in the world. That's freehand cutting. I could have whipped out the table saw, but we ain't got time for that. All right, y'all. Everything's done here. So what we're going to do, Romero's coming back out Sunday, my great buddy and one hell of a guy, is coming back out Sunday, and we're going to stain this. I've actually got enough left over where I plan on that. I'm going to cap all this. New caps on everything. And I actually got new posts right front. If any of y'all watch any of my videos, they done tore up the other side. So we're going to do that too. But what the game plan is, we're going to stain this first. Or actually, we're going to do the steps first. Beef them up big time. Then we're going to stain everything. It's supposed to be like 100 degrees Sunday. So once we get our first coat of stain on there, then we're going to go out there